Once, there was a very young man, Veervara, who loved to perform daring stunts and explore new places.
Is anyone there? Is anyone there?
One day, he set out on a trip just like that. And as he roamed around, he went very far from his home.
Wow! This place is so beautiful. Apologies, Nagraj. My feet accidentally landed on your tail. Please forgive my mistake and let me go. Otherwise, I would quickly escape from under your fang. And your venom would be of no use. All right, as you wish. See how easily I saved myself from you and escaped? Where did he go? He was just here a moment ago.
I am here. I am the Snake King, Sarparaj. Seeing your bravery has given a ray of hope to me and our troubles.
What kind of trouble?
The thing is, a very powerful vulture named Changula comes here every day and captures someone from my family living in this lake and takes them with him. You're a brave young man, so please help us get rid of the terror of that vulture.
Your problem is indeed serious, and this task seems quite exciting to me. I will definitely help you.
Sarparaj becomes very happy to hear this. And they begin the preparations to trap the vulture Changula.
Huh? What is this?
This is a special weapon that causes a blast.
It seems he has arrived. He has come here.
Please accept your last welcome.
Oh, conspiracy against Changula. Now face the consequences.
Did you see? Our time can change any time, Changula.
You're absolutely right.
What have I done to that young man in my selfishness? You should accept your defeat. You won't be able to fight him.
Now that I have started, I have to finish it, Sarparaj.
Oh, so this is your plan, huh? He will protect you from me? Go ahead, try as much as you want. But today, no one will be able to save you.
What should we do now?
My final move is still remaining.
You missed.
No, Changula. Just turn around and see.
Huh? Huh?
Amazing! This is incredible! You don't know how big of a favor you have done for us.
We are really thankful of you.
Let the preparations for the celebration of our special guest begin!
Among the many delicious dishes here, he tasted a dish for the first time, and it was wheat halwa.
Wow, this smells so good.
You may begin.
This is so delicious.
Veervara really liked the aroma and taste of wheat halwa.
Thank you, Sarfaraj, but I have seen all this in my own world and experienced it. However, one thing I have never experienced is the amazing taste of wheat halwa. So please give me the seeds of your wheat.
This is impossible. This divine grain cannot be given to people from another world. But what you have done for us goes beyond any rule. Therefore, today I present to you the seeds of this rare wheat. Just remember to never disrespect our beloved grain.
It will never happen. Thank you very much.
In this way, Veervara brought the wheat seeds to his home and planted them, leading to the cultivation of wheat. Since then, wheat became an integral part of our food. Champa was a little adorable girl who lived in Vijayanagar with her parents. And her best friend was her mouse Minnie, with whom she used to play all day long.
All right, Minnie, don't come out. I brought rice for you.
Champa!
Hide, Minnie, hide!
Champa! Are you done feeding him? Oh, will you keep feeding him? Or will you make some arrangements for eating at home too? Go and bring some dry wood. Only then will the food be cooked.
I will just go and come back. And yes, Minnie and I will eat kheer today.
Huh?
After a while, Champa got tired of searching for wood in the jungle, but couldn't find any dry wood anywhere.
From where should I get dry wood?
Champa was so tired that as soon as she sat down, she dozed off. And what happened to her afterwards, she could have never imagined.
Champa. Champa. I am talking to you.
But how can you talk?
Because you can hear me. If I were dry, I could have been to help you. But all around me are these large leafy bushes and not a single ray of sun reaches me. What shall I do? How do I stay dry? No one even cut these bushes.
Don't look at me. It's not my fault. See? I am wet myself because the sun's rays don't reach me as well.
What? The leaf is also speaking?
Yes, because you are listening. That means I am speaking. And yes, the mistake is the sun's, not mine.
What should I do? I want to give light to everyone, but these dark clouds always cover me.
Don't blame me. I'll show you the right way. Did you see it? This wind won't let me go anywhere else.
Now, what should I do? Are you seeing that tall palace in front of me? Its gate is always closed. Then tell me, how can I go beyond it?
After listening to everyone, Champa felt that all the trouble was because of the palace gate. That's why she went straight to the palace to meet the queen.
So you want to know why I keep the gate closed? Are you looking at that parrot? It tells me such wonderful stories that I don't want any disturbance due to the open gate.
So you are the root cause of all the problems.
No. I have also come here running from my problems. The owner of the pond in the jungle kept threatening to drown my nest in the water repeatedly.
Wherever Champa went, she learned about a new problem. But she decided that she would solve everyone's problems, even if she had to go into the jungle. And with this determination, she reached the location shared by the parrot.
So the parrot used to live here, and all the problems started from this pond. Who are you?
The owner of this pond, and my intention was absolutely not to drive away the parrot. The elephant comes here and threatens me every day that he would drink all the water from the pond. So, I vented my anger on the poor parrot.
You should learn to control your anger. You have no idea what problems have arisen due to your anger. Everyone is troubled.
Tell me, should I bite you? Tell me. Tell me.
I will get rid of you today at any cost.
Wait! If you drink all the water from this pond, what will the other animals drink?
So what should I do? The snake sits on my tail and threatens to bite me. I just want to throw the snake off by pouring the entire pond water on myself because my trunk can't reach my tail.
Elephant King, today I'll tell you the truth. I sit on your tail not to bite you, but to protect myself from that potter in the village. I just go to his house to eat the mouse there. But as soon as he sees me, he starts running behind me to beat me.
Champa was unsure about what to do in this situation.
Everyone has their own problem. I don't know who's telling the truth and who's lying.
Therefore, to find out the truth, she went to the potter's house.
Huh?
That snake is troubling me too much. Whenever he comes, he breaks up pots. No matter how hard I try, he escapes every time. But the day I catch him, it will be his last day.
Why are you laughing?
What should I do if not laugh? What a foolish person he is. He doesn't even know that the snake comes here not to break his pots, but to eat me.
What do you mean?
I come here in search of food, just for 4 grains of rice. And I also get to stay in the pots made by him.
What? My entire journey led me to a little mouse? Do you have any idea how big a problem you have created in the pursuit of 4 grains of rice?
How do I know?
All right. What if I give you those 4 grains of rice?
Then why would I come here? Tell me.
All right, my friend. My friend Minnie will bring you the grains, and when they are finished, I will send for more. But do not come here again, okay?
Champa started sending grains for the mouse. And everything was resolved. With the mouse gone, the snake also stopped coming there. Delighted by the departure of the snake, the elephant also promised not to trouble the owner of the pond anymore. Champa conveyed this news to the parrot, and the parrot returned to his home. As soon as the parrot left, the queen opened the door of her room, allowing the air to flow through the door. After that, the owner of the pond never troubled the parrot. And the clouds also moved away from the sun. Now the sun rays fell directly on the bushes, causing them to dry quickly. And the wet wood placed there also dried.
Champa, are you sleeping? Wake up, wake up. Oh, I told you to bring wood. Have you started dreaming after collecting the wood?
Dream? I don't know it was a dream or reality. But mother, 4 grains of rice can change the world.
What do you mean?
Nothing, mother. You just keep giving me a little rice every week.
Champa's mother had no idea what Champa was trying to convey. But a mother is ultimately a mother. Without asking any questions, she gave Champa a handful of rice and Champa became happy.
Amma, it seems like even Noonie was daydreaming just like Champa.
Whether I was daydreaming or not, I can surely show you stars during the day. Wait.
This is the story of Veervara, who had no one in this world except for his uncle. But his uncle, Hathi Singh, didn't like him. In reality, he was more like an enemy to him. He always used to trouble Veervara so that he would leave his home and go somewhere else. And then he could claim his property.
Hathi uncle, the door of my house is open. I'll return in a while.
Go, my child, go. I will make your life so difficult that you will leave everything and run away from this home, believe it or not.
Oh, where is my goat? Uncle, have you seen my goat anywhere?
Oh, she must have run towards the jungle.
Veervara had realized from his past experiences that this work was not of anyone else, but of his uncle Hathi Singh. That's why he made a plan.
Huh? My dear, what is in these bags?
Uncle, I found my lost goat with great difficulty. I needed the money, so I sold her in the city. And in exchange, I got 4 bags of coins.
He found his lost goat in the jungle and sold it for 4 bags of coins. Really? That's great news, huh? I'll buy them at a low price here and sell them at a high price there. Believe it or not.
After hearing Veervara's story, Hathi Singh came to the village and bought many goats. He took them to the city, where he got a very low price for them. Seeing this, he became furious.
He made a fool out of me. I'll teach him a lesson for this.
What is this?
My dear nephew's house is burning.
How did this happen?
I tried a lot, but couldn't put out the fire, believe it or not.
Looking at his burning house, Veervara cries a lot. After this incident, he decides to leave his village forever. He wraps the ashes of his house in a cloth and sets out from there.
Why is he sitting with this pile of ashes? Let's go and ask. What's the matter, friend? I have never seen you here before. And why are you sitting with this pile of ashes?
For you, it might just be ashes, but for me, it's my entire world.
Your entire world? This must be some sacred ash.
Sacred ash? Oh, really? Can I get a little ash? You can take some coins for this.
No, absolutely not.
Okay, friend. If you don't want to sell, at least give me a pinch of it.
Yes, me too.
I have heard that the great miracles happen with such sacred ashes. Now, please don't refuse these coins.
Now, considering Veervara to be a great saint, people started to gather there to take a pinch of ash from his hands. And this time, not for free. But people also gifted Veervara a lot of offerings in return. Now, in exchange for the ashes, Veervara had received a good number of coins. Taking them, he returned to his village. After hearing his story, his uncle Hathi Singh was astonished.
If you can get so many coins from the ashes of your small house, then with the ashes of my house, I will become the wealthiest person in the village, believe it or not.
Hathi Singh set his house on fire and then reached the same place with its ashes.
What's there in these bags, my friend?
Ashes.
Eh?
What? Ashes?
Another one has come with the ash.
You cheater!
No, that there is no miracle in this ash.
You cheater! Don't leave him! He won't let you go!
He fooled me again. This time I'll put an end to this Veervara story. I won't spare him, believe it or not.
A few days later, Hathi Singh took Veervara for a walk near a pond to take his revenge.
Hey, look there, a mermaid.
Where? Save me! I don't know how to swim!
Oh, I know that. Now go and meet the mermaid below the pond. Because whoever goes down from here never comes back. Believe it or not.
Oh.
Veervara, you? And who is she?
Princess, go and seek Uncle's blessings.
Greetings, Uncle.
Princess? What is all this?
I told you, Princess. My uncle is very innocent.
Thank you very much for pushing him into the water. You don't know that. By letting him drown into the water, you have changed my life.
Me? Believe it or not, but how?
There is a different kingdom under the water. I fell into the magnificent palace of the underwater princess. Where, apart from saving me, we also got married yesterday. There is a lot of treasure in their palace. They have gold and silver scattered everywhere around their palace.
Is it?
You must visit our place.
Due to the seed of greed that Veervara had planted in the mind of greedy Hathi Singh, he couldn't resist it for long. In the temptation of gold and silver, Hathi Singh jumps straight into the deep pond. And he never comes out again.
Oh, Uncle, hurry up! The treasure inside is waiting for you.
Where is it? Where is it?
Thank you so much for saving my life and pretending to be the princess to help me get rid of my greedy uncle forever.
If you like this video, subscribe to our channel Murthy Media.